Is this thing on? Hey guys. How's it going? How are you, my friends? This is kind of awkward for me, you guys. I have to be honest. It's been a long time. I've got less than half of a set on. I've got a Chipotle bowl in front of me. I'm currently on a social media hiatus. About 2 weeks, almost going on 2 weeks now that I haven't been on Instagram or TikTok. The only social media that I've really been using is Pinterest and YouTube at this point. So that's cool. I've been feeling this like weight on my chest recently. I have things to say. I have things that I want to say and desires that I have that I feel I've been denying myself. And I've just been feeling like I want to tap in. I want to chat. The first thing that I want to touch on is the fact that it feels scary to live in America right now, to be honest. To be really honest, to be really frank. I feel like every day I'm so enthralled in what's going on in our administration, in male versus female, black versus white, this side versus that side, debates and news, and I'm constantly getting fed information and I try to be as non-biased as possible in the research that I do and the content that I watch. But it's not always that. It's not always unbiased. It's not always informational. Okay, I don't know why I decided to make up my own word. I meant either informative or educational, and I said informational. So from this day forward, informational is now a word. Okay, thanks. Bye. Rather, sometimes it's just content designed to get people to watch it. Designed to get views. Another thing that's somewhat related to that's really been on my mind lately is the fact, and has to do with my hiatus and everything. My hiatus. Like I'm some celebrity who's gone in hiding. But that's what it is. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a hiatus from every day I was literally waking up, scrolling right away, and at least for an hour. That is not a sustainable way to start the morning. Like all of that dopamine all at once for the first hour of the day. No. And then I don't want to get up and do anything. I don't want to get ready for work. I don't want to go nowhere. Like I had to cut that out. But anyways, along that, whatever. My brain. The older that I get, and this is so weird and so backwards, I feel, the older I get, the more hesitant I am to post online. The more I feel like everything that I have to put out has to be hella polished, and like I have to quadruple check everything and make sure that it's easily digestible to a wide audience. And like I've taken the fun out of this hobby. You know, like I wanted to make a career out of it. That's true. For years, I wanted to be a professional YouTuber. That was like my dream job. But I've taken all of the fun out of it. Like it's not fun to try to post the most perfect video or the most perfect TikTok or the most perfect whatever. Like to be perfect is just so not fun. I hate it. And I hate this anxiety that I feel about my online presence and my digital footprint, because at this point, girl, like, it's cooked. Okay, I've been posting on the internet since I was like 12, 11 maybe. My digital footprint is why is that something that is even really relevant to me? Because deep down, I guess I have this like wish or this hope or this want that I'm going to make something of myself, and that I'm going to be president of the United States or something one day, and or some kind of be involved in some kind of office or be visible to many people. I have this idea in my mind that someday everything that I've ever posted is going to come back to haunt me. Or like somebody's going to not like me and try to take me down via the internet. That's actually scary. And also AI scares the living daylights out of me. It's helpful. It's cool. It's not a necessity. I really, really, really don't think that the advancement of AI, as quickly as it is advancing, and like the fact that anybody could post anything that they wanted at this point about anyone else, and it'll be perceived as real even if it's not. That in itself is terrifying. And on top of that, the fact that we've got the literal president of the United States. The literal president of the United States posting AI-generated videos of public figures on a public platform, and that is deemed as appropriate. That's the kind of society that we're living in right now. Posting on the internet is scary, bruh. Scary. I feel like, I don't know. The internet used to be such a fun place. And it still is. Don't get me wrong. It still is. I don't want to fearmonger. But it used to feel, for me, in my personal experience, way more carefree. I used to post, I honestly should have been more careful back then. And when I had, oh my gosh, I was posting crazy things that I cannot believe were on the internet for anybody and their mother to see. Recently, I've also been noticing some tension and a little bit of difficulty for me with my friendships and close familial relationships, maintaining them, being a good friend, and also trying to understand what it is that I want from a friendship and what I expect of the people in my close circle. Because at this point, and this has happened before, I'm entering another point in my life where I'm not so sure. And again, it's stuff like this where I feel like, oh my God, I can't say this on the internet, but it's like, really, who honestly gives a fuck? Who's even going to watch this? I don't know. So it's not really ever that deep, but I'm not so sure about everybody in my close circle, friendship wise and family wise. And I don't say this with the intent to ruffle feathers or to get anybody like up in arms about that, but I'm about to be 23 this year, and I like to think that I'm pretty wise for my age. I like to think that I have a good head on my shoulders, but for some reason I can't seem to decipher for myself, what it is that I seek in a romantic partner, what it is I seek in a close friendship, because I have prime examples of what I love in a friendship, of what I love in companionship, and what I love in being a woman, having sisterhood. I have really great examples of what that feels like. But then when it comes to conflict with friends and conflict with family members and partners, I can't seem to figure out what is worth preserving a relationship over and what is not. And I'm not the only person in the world to be experiencing this, but right now I'm experiencing it heavy. And it's making me want to distance myself from everybody at this point, honestly, from a lot of people. It's making me want to spend a lot more time alone. And since I was old enough to make plans with friends, like since I was 12, I've never wanted to be home. Genuinely, I have really always wanted to be out doing something, keeping busy. I feel like if I'm home, I'm wasting my life. I'm wasting my days. But because of that, I have struggled to find... Like, my home is comfortable. I'm comfortable in my home, okay? But I haven't really taken the time to make it homey, you know? I have my shrine and my Last Supper, and I have a peach photo in my kitchen, but the rest of my walls are bare because I haven't taken the time to put a single thing up. I haven't taken the time really to do much around here because I always want to be out doing something. I always feel like I have FOMO. I have crippling FOMO. I've had this like forever. I feel like the world cannot be revolving without me out doing something. Hello. I've also noticed within myself that, and I've recognized this for a minute now, but the older I get, the more layers I uncover about like the way my mind works and the way I experience and process emotions. I have a tendency to get jealous of my friends and take that out on, well, in the past, I have gotten jealous of my friends and been very mean. I won't outright call myself an abuser because that's crazy, but been very mean, very catty, very petty, very like, I want what you have and I can't have it, so I'm going to be a douchebag to you about it. I've been like that before. Now I feel like I can sense a little bit of animosity between myself and certain people because of differences in our lifestyles. And this is very broad, and there's multiple examples that I have in my mind right now of going back to what I was saying before. I hope this is making sense because my stream of consciousness is not really giving. I've been definitely ripping the pen for a little while, so forgive me if this is word salad, but where was I even going with that? Having difficulty, I've been noticing it within myself. I'm having difficulty respecting those with whom I don't live a similar lifestyle to. People who I don't think are bad people. I don't think that they have bad intentions with me in regards to me, but I can't wrap my brain around the way that they think or the way that they live, and therefore I resent them. Even though, and in some cases they have outright, done things to hurt me, and we've talked about these things, and I thought that I was over it, but I'm just not. And this has been a recurring thing I've noticed every year, every few months, I start to feel this again. So, and it doesn't always apply to the same people either. So trying to work through that. I really should get myself back into therapy, but I always say that and then I never do it. Oh, I should go to the doctor. I should go to therapy. I could, I would, but I don't ever do it. So I'm trying to get through these things by myself. And it's not always fun, but I'm doing it and it's cool and it's cool and it's working for now. I recently saw my ex-fiance for the first time in a significant amount of time, and admittedly, I thought about it because I knew that it was going to happen. I knew that it was coming for some weeks prior to it happening. And I did think about it a lot. I didn't tell anybody about it. Maybe I told my grandparents about it, but I didn't really speak with anybody else much. I didn't speak with anybody else at all about how I was feeling about it and how I was thinking about it and how it was consuming me. And then I saw him, and then it continued to consume me for some days. I'm finally starting to shake out of it now. But it was weird. It was very weird. It was a little bit uncomfortable. I did go back today, and this was not on purpose, but I was searching for something in my camera roll. I was actually searching for my videos that I took of myself doing my practical exam in nail school. I was looking for those videos today so that I could watch them again and prepare, because I did in fact schedule a licensing exam. I have not begun preparing yet, which is why I was looking for those videos today. So anyways, full circle. And I did happen to come across some photos and videos of him that I did not realize were still in my phone. I thought that I had deleted mostly everything except the ones I don't know about y'all, but every relationship that I've been in, there's something that I've kept, whether it be photos, videos, messages, gifts. There's some kind of memorabilia from each of my relationships, because it was either tied to another important event in my life, i.e. prom or something like that, or because that moment in time was just that valuable to me, even if that person doesn't really exist to me anymore. So anyways, there were some photos and videos that I did not realize that I hadn't gotten rid of, and I'm not going to, not yet. Maybe in the future. If I enter another relationship, most likely I will get rid of them, because I feel like that's a certain boundary that I've always maintained for myself, that if I enter a new relationship with somebody, I get rid of the evidence of old relationships in my phone, because I would want the same respect shown to me. But anyways, that happened, and there's just a lot going on, you guys. I went to Chicago. I saw Kelly Uchis. It was a great show, a great trip. I had a really good time. Hate driving in Chicago. Hate driving in Chicago nearly as much as I hate driving in Pittsburgh. I will never drive in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania ever again. I've almost lost my life there multiple times. Not on my own accord, or not by my own culpa. But anyways, yeah. Just entering a different life stage. My hair is growing really fast, as it does, which I love. Although this haircut does make me look like I like women romantically and sexually, which I don't think is the case. But my hair is kind of signaling that, I think. a customer at my work did call me a gentleman today, or a young man. He said, you and that young man have a good day. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go take this test for my manicurist license and hopefully get a job in a salon. But I still am not feeling like that's my number one career path that I would choose. It's going to do me good now, and I think it's going to open doors for me, and it's going to certainly pay the bills and hopefully more, because I'll tell you what, I've been living out of my means for as long as I've had a job, and it's starting to catch up on me very much. It's very much starting to catch up to me. And yeah. We're going to leave that there. We're going to leave that there. But this is me just kind of making like a little diary entry for real, cuz I feel like I need to exist in my own bubble for a while. I need to hibernate, I guess. But I still have the itch to talk. You know, one thing that I really have been missing lately is my the opportunity that I had to have a show on Black Squirrel Radio at Kent State University. I miss that so much. I did have a really good time doing that. Unfortunately, I also had an affliction to drinking alcohol every weekend and also during the week while I was going to Kent State University. So, I chose Saturday mornings. For my slot, which I ended up regretting severely. And I think had I chosen a different time or not dropped out of Kent State, I think I could have gone a lot farther with that, because I really enjoyed that. And I want to say that I really appreciate, and I think about this regularly, my grandpa and my uncle tuned in every week to listen to me make my little playlists, make my little comments, whatever. A lot of the feedback that I got from that show was positive, and I miss that. I miss Tea Time with TT. May she rest in peace. I would love to do that again. I would love to have my own radio show again and be able to talk about whatever I want. Make my little playlists, do what I gotta do, not be so polished with editing and all that stuff. And I think I'm gonna end this pretty soon so that I don't have to do any of that. I miss that, and thank you to my grandpa and my uncle for always tuning in and supporting that, because at the time I was like, nobody fucking cares about this fucking show, like only my grandpa listens. But that's two very important people that supported me when I could have had nobody listening. Nobody could have given a fuck, for real. And also Howie, the dishwasher at my job at that time, he was something else. Oh, I do miss working in a restaurant. I've been missing that lately too. I've just been feeling nostalgia. I've just been missing the past a little bit lately, I think. Just working through some things. But yeah, anyways, I've been really needing a Brazilian wax so bad. I got a Brazilian sugar done in June. And I was able to kind of maintain it a little bit at home. But the girls that get it, shaving is just not sustainable for me. It's not. So I'm really suffering right now because I don't have Brazilian sugar money right now. So if anybody would like to donate a Brazilian package to me for my birthday, to gift that to me for my birthday, that'd be appreciated. I'm gonna wrap this up. I feel like this was still pretty vague because there's a lot of really pressing issues that are on my mind, but I feel like I have to ease myself into this because I've not chatted like this for the internet to see in some time. So I'm warming back up. Hopefully I can get my friends on here and I can have a cute little conversation podcast moment. I want to have fun. I want to talk about pressing issues. I want to talk about things that matter. I don't want to turn this into a sermon. I don't want to preach. I want to just be honest about what's going on in my brain and see if anyone else is on the same page. I want us to coexist healthily. I want to communicate with people who don't feel heard or understood. I feel like a missed opportunity for myself was that I never took up journalism seriously. I never took up being an interviewer. I feel like that, like a communications related career would have done me good. Studying that in school would have done me good. And maybe one day I'll get back to it. But right now I'm just kind of like, what the fuck's going on? And I just had to tell somebody. So anyways, I'm rambling at this point. I hope that something good happens to everybody in this world. Okay, I just have to go. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Bye. Te quiero.